Ooh, majestic.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. My browser
The sneak
disappeared.
peek.
There it
Oh,
goes. Good morning, everyone.
good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Darcy.
Good morning, Jeffrey.
How is everyone today? Oh, we got Craig. Craig's up and at it. See, that gives me the opinion that we don't have a delay unless he's morninging from like the dance party video or something.
That feels like that's probably the most likely scenario.
Nope,
Craig's totally into dance party, right?
he's on it. It's like there's no delay on chat today.
Nice. I love it when that happens on accident.
Unless he's in our secret Discord channel. He might actually have access to that. It's kind of cool.
Ooh, that would be so cool.
It's rainy here.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It is not rainy here.
I don't want to
I didn't tell you
leave.
though.
What?
We had tornadoes come through.
That's odd.
I got yeah. Well, not really, but
Not really?
not really. Not
Oh.
especially this, I guess this time of year. But my phone was ringing in the middle of the night, like 2 in the morning, a couple nights ago, to let us know that we had a tornado warning. And I got a bunch of texts too, and I had to finally reply saying that I received them so it would stop. Um, and the town about half an hour north of us got hit pretty bad. Like a whole neighborhood got like roofs ripped off and stuff. And then down in Clearwater, which is like I don't know, a couple hours south, an hour and a half south of us, um, they had some damage down there too. But it was water spouts and tornadoes and stuff. It was kind of scary. I
Huh.
mean, I went right back to sleep, but the next night I had nightmares. Because I was like, oh, everybody will be fine. And then it turns out that it was not a good scenario. But,
Water spouts. Yeah, we don't get those too often. Maybe people closer to Lake Michigan.
oh, yeah,
But
because that's a big one, huh?
mm-hmm. But otherwise, I don't hear too many tornadoes really come across like Chicago. It's mostly like the tip of the lake and then south. So not really so much up in Michigan, just more on the border of Indiana, and then definitely Indiana gets them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wherever there's trailer parks, that seems to be the target of tornadoes. Tornadoes and trailer parks seem to
I
have beef,
agree. Yep. Big beef.
or modular homes. You could have. It doesn't seem like they go after brick homes. It's kind of like the Three Little Pigs. You know, it takes on what it thinks it can take on.
Yep. That feels true.
Do you see that flash that keeps happening on my screen? I wonder if it's going to translate into the.
No.
I really hope
But
my video
maybe you
card's
have
not
like
going bad.
maybe you're like that. Now I can't remember the name of the movie. That John Travolta movie where he thought he was seeing aliens or whatever, and then he got real smart and it turned out he had a brain tumor. Spoiler
That's
alert.
yeah, you really did just wow. And I was just about to say how great of a movie Phenomenon was the name of the movie, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
That movie was excellent. Excellent movie.
But now you don't need to watch it because I
But
just
now
spoiled
you,
it
yeah,
for you.
really, you don't, because it's kind of like the whole point of it. It's kind of like Sixth Sense, but Sixth Sense wasn't an excellent movie. It just, if you just know
No.
what it is, then it ruins it even more than it already was. Not a great movie.
I know. It's so close to being a good movie though. That's the frustrating part about Sixth Sense.
Probably just better editing, maybe, because like it drug in too many spots. It just drug on,
Yeah.
and I don't know. What was your? For me, it was too slow in too many spots.
Maybe. Yeah, that's probably what it was. It was more like, let's just make this really long, boring movie and then we'll at the end tell you that it was really exciting.
Yes, you're exactly
Like,
right.
can we make it short?
Yep, yeah, that's exactly how it went. So, yeah, phenomenon. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right. What else do we got? Anything? Any other chit chat? Or are we gonna roll right into it?
Let's roll right into it.
Okay, let's see.
Let's not
We
waste any
have
more time. Oh.
our first story. Helps if I bring up the article. I was so amazed with the picture. I was doing the awe too. It was exciting. Be better. Yeah, I think our next step is we need to work on the real estate of those pictures. The problem is I can't blow them up. I'm curious on how I can fill that screen better with the picture we have and still be able to, like, they'd have to be custom pictures specifically. Chat, you got any ideas?
Maybe Craig could draw some. I don't know.
No, I don't
what
know.
we could do.
Yeah, because I mean, it feels like we're wasting space because we could make ourselves bigger if we wanted, or we could fill it with something else. I don't know. I've noticed that a lot of the pictures kind of no ideas. Okay, thanks, Craig.
That was helpful.
That was helpful-ish. All right, let's see.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, see, like here I can zoom it and it keeps it, but it's not the same in the image world. In the JPEG paint world. So what we're looking at is a black hole powered jet in Galaxy M87 is making stars explode. Did we cover this already?
I don't think so. This feels new. Last week we talked about an exploding star, but it was different. It was not an exploding star, it was a young star.
I wonder if it's the same. Look at it blasting out the bottom.
I think they do that though. Don't they? A lot of things when they explode go two ways.
High-speed gases shooting. It could be. Could be. High-speed gases shooting from Galaxy M87 is causing stars to go nova, a study suggests, and no one knows how. A nova occurs after a dense star known as a white dwarf receives gas from an orbiting star.
Like Dutch oven? What is that called? Is that right? Like, ooh, I'm gonna explode.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think I might be losing it a little bit.
As the white dwarf's intense gravity squeezes the gas, it heats up and explodes. But both stars survive the violence. In fact, over millions of years, the same star goes nova again and again. Recent observations indicate these eruptions forged much and perhaps most of the universe's supply of valuable metal lithium. Oh, so they just figured out where we need to go to get batteries.
Nice. M87. Excellent.
Nova explosions erupt in our galaxy as well as others, including the giant elliptical M87, whose jet of fast-moving gas is powered by the black hole at the galaxy's center. Wait, what? So this is in our area? Now Hubble Space Telescope data. Hubble? What are we doing with the Hubble?
Maybe it's closer.
It probably is. They're like, well, we can use this because it's actually closer. And we got some can still get some use out of it. That thing is the best thing that we've probably ever made.
Yeah. It's been pretty awesome.
They did a good job. It's lasted a long time. That's interesting that we can't make stuff here on Earth to last very long, but they can have stuff that lasts out in space forever.
Yeah.
Like 20 years past its life expectancy, but you can't get a washing machine to last 5 years. I think they do. I'm just making an exaggerated point.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the whole idea, though, right?
Well, wouldn't your telescope makers want to have you making more telescopes? Except for they take
No,
like 10
because
years
they'll
to
just
build.
be- yeah. They'll be like, you don't get to make any more telescopes. One and
Yeah.
done.
5 billion,
But I
I
guess
think that
either
one.
way, it's one and done, huh?
Yeah, it really is. We don't have too many things out there that are actually being used. We have tons of junk out there, but nothing that's actually active. I'd say it's less than 10, maybe 20. Not counting satellites, but things that have left our orbit. We have a couple things floating away in deep space, and then there's something that's like circling the sun. I've talked about that a few times. Yeah.
Oh.
Or went into the sun, or it was something with the sun I've seen lately.
Yeah,
So,
they do throw things into planets and stuff. They're like, we'll just kamikaze this satellite or this
probe.
thing. Yeah, this probe to get, some data. Because I feel like everything that's been to Venus has melted. And they threw something into one of Jupiter's moons.
I was just thinking of them throwing it from Earth into it, and the aliens are like, "What the heck are they always throwing stuff at us for?"
Yeah, like we're some galactic garbage can out here. Yeah.
So, they divided the galaxy into 10 equal sectors. Astronomers found that 25 blasts occurred along the jet versus only 10 to 16 in each of the galaxy's other sectors. The jet itself doesn't seem to supply enough gas or radiation to explain the explosions. The jet's to blame, but we just don't know how or why. So, it is somehow causing the novae to be more prevalent in that sector, but whether it's because it's triggering the novae somehow or birthing the novae, making them there, or some other process. I don't know. Basically, I don't know what's going on.
That's interesting.
That was cool.
Yeah. More things to learn.
How does this work? Nope.
What's that?
Thing I was trying to do.
Oh.
So next, what does that look like? That's pretty.
That looks like Dune.
Dune?
Isn't that like a
Mm-hmm. It would be. I think it's probably where they stole the picture from.
rude?
Millions of Americans have a chance to view a solar eclipse today, October 14th, 2023. The moon will pass. Well, not me. It's rainy and cloudy all day. There's no sun today. The moon will pass in front of the sun, temporarily darkening the sky over parts of the country. The October
Very
eclipse is known as our annular or ring of fire eclipse, where the moon slides in front of the sun but doesn't totally obscure it, creating a halo effect. However, Dave Clark of the nationaleclipse.com said when it comes to the wow factor of a total solar eclipse, it is a 10. An annual solar eclipse is maybe a 2. Oh, wait. When it comes to wow factor, if a total solar eclipse is a 10, an annual solar eclipse is maybe a 2. So they're saying it's not that great? What?
Maybe he's just seen too many.
Yeah, I think it's actually almost. I don't know. I think it's cooler than the other one in a way.
Yeah, either way, you'll still burn your retinas.
Oh my gosh! I was just thinking, um, from back in the day, if they had this annual eclipse happening at this time of year all the time, and then you have like your Days of the Dead, that's where, they probably spawned a lot of myths and stories of like, fire moons and things like that.
Mm,
I
yeah.
wonder, would be kind of like a harvest. I know it's not the harvest moon, but you have a lot of big moons and super moons and the blue moon all within the last couple months. Maybe this time of year was just extra spooky for them.
Yeah. Tornadoes.
You're back on your tornadoes.
Always. Like, it's all about candy corns and tornadoes this month.
So, if you want to really damage your eyes, don't put
Don't do
anything in
it.
front of them and look up at this eclipse. If you want to protect your eyes, you'll need some safety equipment to view the eclipse. I think that's pretty much standard because isn't it just because you're staring at the sun? Like, isn't that the main reason? You're like, anytime you decide you're going to look at the sun, you might want to have some protection.
I know. And I thought, honestly, when we had the eclipse a few years ago, I thought I did a good job in not looking at the sun. But then I could see the eclipse all the time. I was like, I think I burnt my retinas. And so that sucked for me.
Oh, this is interesting. During the eclipse, the temperature will drop and the earth will darken for those in the eclipse path. Experts say you might experience animals, insects, and birds reacting as if it was twilight or dawn.
Oh. That's interesting.
We won't get the totality of that complete darkness, but in terms of impressiveness, it is really the next best thing. So this guy, the person that said it's not that great, he likes the darkness of it.
Mm.
So he likes his aspect.
Like Bane.
Yes. Yes. So if the best path to see it looks like Oregon, Nevada, Utah, a little bit of Arizona, New Mexico, a piece of Texas, a lot of ocean. And then going east, west, northeast, north, and southwest, you decrease. So up in, let's say in Florida, you got like a 50% obscuration. I don't know what that means, but it means it's only going to cover, you're only going to see it covering half of it. Here in Michigan, it's like 40 to 30, so it's only just going to be like a little corner of it. If you're up in New England area or up in Canada, you're not going to get tons of good. In the Quebec area, you're going to get not the best.
So our friends up in Canada, friend?
Well,
yeah.
I have lots of friends in Canada.
I only have one. So our mutual friend in Canada will only see a small portion.
Yeah, she won't get a very good one.
No, she needs to co-host again sometime.
Yeah. Our ratings were so good that episode.
I know.
Maybe they just are better without you. We'd have to test that. No,
it wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
Actually, by myself, they weren't that good. If we go back and look, I mean, we get better ratings just because the videos have been out there for so long. But yeah, they weren't. They're better as a pair.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, the other Darcy was kind of creepy looking.
I laugh every time I see other Darcy.
It's hilarious.
So, yep, if you get a chance, they say that this will happen around 9:13 a.m. Pacific time, which is in Eastern time zone noon. 12:13 Eastern time, and end in Texas around 1. So it's like 12:15 to 1:15 or 1, we'll say 12:15 to 1. So it's a 45-minute event ish. So 12 to 1. Oops, what did I just do? I didn't click an ad. They tricked me. It's look at this white area. You see where my mouse is at? I'm not even in anything. Like whose ad is over in the secret white area? They're just like, oh, we're just gonna get random clicks. Yeah, let's see who it is. Like, there's something over there. It's like it's to themselves. It takes you to their. Oh, it looks like to their main page or something. I don't know. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, I thought I had this cool hotkey to work to switch. Oh, we're out of order. You see this?
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. So, we can do this. Oops, not that. This one.
Good job.
We're covering worm silk, just out of order. So we're kind of random here.
That's okay. It's the show of wonders.
Yay!
You're wondering what order things are going to be in.
Wondering why they give us a platform.
No, they didn't. We just took it.
We just took it.
We're like, we'll go here. Thank you very much.
Hey, Craig, you remember how to play games? Let's see if they're active. You got any jokes, Darcy?
Yeah, I do. Who did the ghost take on a date? His ghoul friend. Oh man, that was good.
That was. I liked it.
Okay. Why wouldn't the ghost dance at the party? He had no body to dance with. Oh, that was a good one. Where does a ghost go on vacation? Malibu. All right, that was dumb. That was not good. What's in a ghost's nose? Boogers.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's letting me log into your games. We'll have to play with that next time. We'll have them back up next time for sure. All right. You got another one?
Yep, one more. How do you know if a mummy is sick? He can't stop coughing. I can skip that one. Yep. Are we ready?
You're ready.
I was like, oh wait. That's what I needed after that one. Okay.
In a first, genetically modified silkworms produce pure spider silk. The feat is a key step towards someday mass producing the strong, lightweight fiber. I didn't know we didn't already mass produce it. I thought that was a thing. Spider silk is prized for its unrivaled strength and toughness, but figuring out a way to mass produce it is no easy feat. Spiders cannot be put to work to pump out the fibers the way silkworms can. Oh, you're trying that one? Cool. They're extremely territorial and inclined to eat their neighbors, and they refuse to keep the task for long. So for decades, scientists have tried to genetically engineer various organisms, including bacteria, yeast, mice, hamsters, and even goats, to produce spider silk, but only with partial success.
That feels inevitable. So real quick, I'm sorry. The spiders were eating each other, or the silkworms?
No, the spiders. The silkworms just do what they're told. The spiders were,
nasty creatures.
No, they're not. They're so nice, except for that brown recluse I had to kill the other day.
Ooh.
That was a bad one. But they're extremely territorial. They're like, I don't want to be next to anybody. And then if you do come near me, I'm going to eat you. And then they're like, I'm only going to make my web and then I'm done. I'm tired. So, yeah. And the worms are like, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Yep.
And then the mice and hamsters are like, we can only weave silk for so long. Our little fingers get tired.
Aww.
And the yeast
Is
is
that like
like,
a child labor?
yeah, yep. The mice and the hamsters are just like, nope. And then the goats are like, I don't know why you asked us. Like, who in the world came up with this idea?
Yeah.
And the bacteria and yeast, I think I've heard about that one. It's funny about bacteria and yeast, it being alive. So you gotta like convince it into doing stuff.
Yeah. That's weird. But the worms are doing it.
Yep, the worms are doing it. And guess where the researchers are from? China.
Oh yeah.
China does a lot of good research. They put a lot of money probably into sciences, I would imagine. They're
Yeah,
always in the
probably.
headlines. What do you think? They're often
Maybe.
in the science headlines.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much
But why
about
does their
China.
space program not? Oh no, their space program's all right. They were on the moon. They were doing moon stuff. It's India that didn't do very good. India tried to do theirs is like late and stuff, and then they tried to put it on the moon and it crashed.
Oh no.
And it was like a big deal, or it didn't work when it didn't land. I forget what theirs was. It was not good for theirs, and it was like they were under tons of pressure to get it to work, and yeah, so they do their dirty experiments in house. We farm it out to other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they do produce a lot of good like sciencey type technology things, so automation stuff. So that's cool. It's 6 times the material is 6 times as tough as Kevlar. Whoa!
That's crazy.
I didn't think of that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Good for them for getting the worms to do it. Finally. We can get some more protection.
Okay, so they're getting better. It's still not as strong and not as stretchy, but it was like 50% weaker before, so than spider stuff. So now they're probably closer. That's cool. I like
Yeah, that
science.
is.
I wish I could just like if I was reincarnated, like if I got to know and choose in reincarnation, I'd constantly come back as different scientists, like different fields of study. That would be, oh my gosh, that would be heaven for me, to be able to know what you know. In a way, it's also sad. So there's always the sad part, and you can't. It'd be tricky to like X out things, but like every time you're reincarnated, you're kind of like, all right, I remember what I did last time. Let's go do some other sciencey stuff. So you could get into space. You could get into like molecular biology. You could get into like this. I forget what is this, like product engineering type stuff. This would be really cool. You could concentrate on AI, and I'd be all right with reliving like a time frame. Now, if reincarnated meant like what it truly means, where you're like in the next time frame, right? So whenever you die, you come back as the later time frame. That'd be cool too. But it would be, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to see the reason that I'd want to do it. It'd be more like a Groundhog Day thing, because I want to see all these cool inventions that happened during my time, and I'd love to know how they worked. That's kind of like where I'd go with it. But then, yeah, future inventions would be cool too.
I like that. That's nice.
Be an interesting one. So this is cool. I like this story.
Yeah, it's
All
a
right.
good one.
We're going to take a little break.
Yep, we'll take a quickie. Get some more caffeinated beverage.
All right. See everyone in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, we did it.
We did do it.
We never get back right on time.
Nope. Or start on time. Or, yep.
We've started on time before. I mean, it's just been a
Like
really
once.
long time.
Like once.
I feel like it was in the beginning or in the middle somewhere.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, I right before we got back on, I got a message from my dad. We're going to his house today to get the dog nails done. We meet the guy that does their nails at my dad's house. Anyway, uh, my dad was like, "So when are you guys coming over with the dogs?" And we never told him what time or even that it was today. So,
So is it happening?
oopsie. As far as I know, I mean, they're pretty flexible with us coming over whenever we want to. And we were just they have a dog also, which is why we do it there. But they can get their dog's nails done too. I'm like, I had told them before if they needed to leave that we would just make sure that their dog's nails got done too. But still, would have been nice to let them know. Oopsies.
Yeah. Sometimes people like to know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So when are you guys coming over? Oh yeah, we've known for days that we were coming over.
That is the way that you said it. That's funny. Yeah, of course. We already knew when we were coming
Yeah,
over.
we know we're coming over. Oh man. Yep, good
I do
times.
that to Craig sometimes. Like, aren't we doing such and such? Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Craig and I painted last night our little miniature guys, and his
yeah.
came out really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good job, Craig.
I saw it after it dried. It was really good. Except for his stupid black gloves. But
Oh,
that's an inside joke. He painted his gloves black. And I say never use matte black. Like in general, it's a general rule not to use matte black sparingly because it's so dark and it hides the detail. There's reasons to do it, but he breaks that rule all the time. It's so funny. He's like, I need the black. And I'm like, no!
don't do it.
Don't do it. So he painted his gloves black. Mine are just boring red because I have the same guy. And so our colors are really close because it's just the way the guy looks because it's like Marvel characters. You could do it different, but a lot of the people don't lend to changing up the color scheme. It's kind of like, it's their whole look. And so, but he's got black gloves and I got red gloves. It's just kind of funny.
Gotcha.
Reasons. Yep. Yeah. Hey, it's
Hey,
your guy, not my guy. So, but it did
yeah,
look good.
I did get my nails done a while ago, and I did matte black, and from far away they looked so good. And a lot of the reason it didn't look good close up was because the person that had done them did a really bad job. But yeah, matte black on nails isn't the same as what you're describing. It shows everything. I was like, wait a second, my story's completely different and really irrelevant.
No, it's the same. It's interesting because even nails are small scale. Like the
Yeah.
same thing which we're painting. We're painting like tiny little miniature guys. And so it's just interesting. Yeah. It's just those like if you think of like a superhero male character, he's got abs and stuff, or their clothes outlines, or their eye sockets and teeth and stuff like that. And so, and it's so tiny. You're talking like hair, like strands of hairs on those paint brushes. It's so tiny. And yeah, just black just covers all that detail up and it kind of makes it just look like it's just a black figure. You can see the silhouette. But black's really good as a base. Definitely, like if you want to darken your colors or you want to provide the shadows, they have a technique where you paint it all black or gray, like a dark gray, and then you spray from the top down a white or a light, like an off-white or a light gray. And what it does is it creates that shadow effect for the underneath automatically. So then when you use that color, like say you just use red, when it covers the white, it'll be brighter. When it covers the black, it'll just automatically darken, as long as you don't put too many layers on. And so it's I forget what the technique's called, but it gives that shadowing. So there's reasons to use it, but we're not here for painting. If you want to learn painting, you go to what is his name? Maniac Miniatures. Miniac. I think that's what it is. Miniac and Squidmar, 2 different web YouTube channels. Really good painting.
Excellent. Thanks.
All right. Next up, we have some solar sheep. Bye. Here's your bye sound effect.
I know I don't have one.
Well,
Let's do some ducks.
it does say with tech, farms can double up to produce both food and power. I get it now. I didn't read the art. I didn't register it earlier.
You're like, it was too early.
Yeah, but what's funny is I already knew that they put goats around solar farms to clean the grass so that they don't have to mow. And that's it's really smart. Yeah. But you could really run the whole farm around it as long as they're not like stampeding, like cows would be running and damaging stuff, or they don't chew on the wires. But I would imagine if you just cover them in a good PVC pipe, you should be fine. It's not like anything eats through PVC. I mean, stuff does, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so you could have that would be really useful. You couldn't grow crops, but you could be an animal farm.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they could really cash in. Yeah, that'd be really good doubling up. So the state of Maine is famous for its delicious wild blueberries. They pack a burst of sweetness into a tiny purple package, and they grow everywhere. They thrive on barren mountaintops, in abandoned fields, and along rural roadsides. They flourish where most other plants don't. They are also decidedly native. They've been growing in the landscape for more than 10,000 years. At David Dickey's small farm in the coastal town of Rockport, farmers harvest blueberries. They're also harvesting sunshine. A grid of solar panels stands a few feet above 4 hectares, 10 acres of his land. Just a few feet. I was wondering how tall they were. If you had to walk in between to pick blueberries. The electricity around these generate powers for a few hundred nearby homes. Generate powers. It really does say that.
Not one power.
Yeah, not power. Powers. I would maybe have reworded that. Under and around these panels are sprawling fields of the low, dense blueberry bushes. Make sense? Lily Calderwood knows more about wild blueberries than almost anyone. They're good ground cover, she says, of the berry bushes. They can grow under a solar panel. I did not know that. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow, then you don't even really waste anything. The reason I was asking how low they were is the thing that you don't want is to get that shined in your eyes. I've heard that's like bad. Like blinding, like real blind. Yeah, like lasers, but like instantaneous blindness or really damages your eyes. That focused light and the reflectiveness. And then I also thought I heard about heat in the area, but that might be just like old panels or something. Because, I mean, the sun's already there. It's not like you're drawing the sun. It's just you're capturing what's already there. So, but the blindness, yeah, you definitely don't want to look at them. Or it'd be like a Bond villain thing where you're trying to focus all your mirrors to shoot off light to take out something.
They did that on Mythbusters.
Yep, I don't think it works. It does work, but not the way that I think they. What happened on Mythbusters?
It was really hard. Well, the myth was that some in the olden times, some army had destroyed a ship or a fleet of ships, I can't remember, with their shields, like they were really shiny shields or mirrors or whatever. But it was hard to get everything focused on one object far away, because it was multiple,
Mm-hmm.
basically multiple mirrors, and getting them all to focus on this moving target long enough for it to catch fire. I was like,
How were they doing it? Were they doing the mirror movement manually?
I think they did, and then, well, it's MythBusters, so they're gonna do several different ways,
Did
and
Grant
it's a,
do it with like computers? Did they
no,
try to program it?
it was Jamie and
Adam.
Adam. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't the gang.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the gang a little better.
I know. It's so sad. Whenever I think about it, then I get sad that Grant passed away.
Yeah, yeah. No, I am. I'm also. Yeah, that was a good because they had their reboot. The what was it? The White Rabbit or something like that. And so that was like, it was. I don't know. The lab. I always like the crew, the gang. So yeah. Not every farm can support panels though. I guess. It's often not economically feasible. Okay, that makes sense. The trick, he says, is to identify those that can. Another is to learn which crops and livestock will flourish, which won't. Around giant solar arrays, blueberries aren't the only crop. Want to play one farm up in Maine. Let sheep roam. So the whole article was about blueberries, but their lead picture was with sheep.
That's hilarious. It worked.
I guess it worked. Well, I still would have joined. Even I would have been like, "Oh, blueberries," because we grow blueberries here in Michigan, and so and we don't have solar panels on them. One farm up in Maine lets sheep roam around, and it's not alone. One in Tennessee. There's another sheep farm. Okay, now they're into the sheep. They keep grazing, keeps the grass low, which means no one has to mow. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Grapevines. There's another farm. China does it with goji berries. I don't know what those are. They sound good, actually. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
That's actually, I don't know. That's really smart. It's a really smart way of putting out solar panels instead of dedicating just random land to solar, which is fine too. But
well, we're kind of running out. There's a lot of land being used up by farms, so to be able to use it for solar farms too, it is really smart. I like it. Keep doing it, farms.
All right.
Ooh.
Our final one, fall colors. It's that time of year again.
Yeah, look at all the fall colors I'm gonna see this year. What does green mean? None.
Green means no changes. No color for you.
Okay, fine.
So up here in the northern part of the country, I'm not like northern, but I guess compared to Florida, I'm pretty dang northern.
Yeah.
We get excellent color. And even down into the top half of Indiana gets pretty good color. And then everybody south of Indiana and along that line, they don't get the best. And then our southern states get 0. They're like, what? What's this fall thing you talk about?
It actually does feel like fall, though. Rick and I have been talking about it a lot. Like, does it just feel like, have we been here so long that we can feel it now? Or is it just like a little colder the last couple of years? But yeah, it was in the 50s in the morning last weekend, and it was really nice. It wasn't that cool this weekend, but you can feel it. It's not as humid, and the bugs are going away.
Craig, you know that if we had 80-degree winters, I wouldn't have to put the boat away. Then we get to actually do boating maybe once a year. If I had the whole year to do it, I could get out twice, I think.
We don't have 80-degree winters. We have 70-degree winters. We have 80-degree falls.
And outdoor crawling would be a lot nicer. I
Hmm.
mean, I think we should just pack up and move to Florida. We should buy.
Yeah, we have a spare room that you guys can stay in. I don't know why you guys would need to share a room. But
Yeah, we would have to because you only have a spare room.
yeah, because they're the
For
ones
us.
for my office.
Uh,
Do
but
you like dogs?
yeah, but you don't live on the water.
We're very close to it.
Yeah, it's not. That's not enough. We'll be the house on the lake on the Gulf
Yeah.
on the ocean, and then you can come over and just visit us. Craig and I will both sell our houses, so then we can maybe have like 2% of enough money to buy a house on the water, and then then he'd have his own room.
No, the houses down here aren't that bad.
No, they're not. They actually haven't exploded. I was looking at Texas's because, like Texas Austin area is exploding, and I was curious because a lot of people from California are moving over there, and it's kind of the main reason I was looking at it is because it's a growing tech hub. I was trying to think of the right word. So like a lot of your Silicon Valley people that were living in San Francisco moved to Austin, or a lot of your technology, because that's where near SpaceX and stuff like that, I believe. And so it's an interesting place. So I was looking at that, but yeah, your houses aren't too bad, and even on the water isn't really too bad.
No, it's the insurance and the taxes that'll get you down here. Being that close to the water because of all the hurricanes and stuff. So, so yeah, the house prices aren't bad.
Yep.
It's
Maybe
just your other-
someday.
Yep.
But the
when it's
Indian tribe makes me stay here. They're like, you can't move outside of 10 counties. You have 10 counties to live in. So, if it's not the U.S. government keeping you down, it's it's the tribal government keeping you down. Yeah, they don't let us go anywhere. They're like, no health insurance for you. All right.
that's a good reason to stick around.
If you want fall foliage, though, live in the northern area, and really in the very, very top northern area. So we don't even get good foliage compared to what
but
the
how long
red
do you get?
area is.
How long do you get it before it starts snowing? Like another week?
I don't know. It's not going to snow yet, but I think I did see somewhere got snow in Michigan. My leaves aren't changing that much, so there's a lot of green. So I'd imagine we got two more weeks,
Yeah,
but it's at
That feels
peak
like
right
it
now
needs
for
it.
the most part.
that feels like you could just visit. You don't need to live there.
No. No.
It would be nice to see some changing colors, but we also live in like a pine forest, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
Look how pretty it is.
That's beautiful. That is really pretty.
So, what do they have to say about it? Let's see. You may not. The map just provides some insight on how soon. I didn't get a timeline from that map. That didn't really help. As of October 9th, nearly every state, except for the ones in the green area, will have some sort of fall colors. The further northeast, west, just name everything. Northeast, southwest, who cares? Just name them all. You travel from Gulf states, the further along the fall colors are predicted to be. If you live in a northern state, you may only have a couple more weeks to enjoy fall colors. By the week of October 23rd, the SmokyMountain.com predicts most will be passed up in the northern area. So the same is true for mountainous regions of the states of the West. So the map that you were looking at was from October 9th, so from a few days ago. So yeah, about 2 more weeks.
Nice. Yeah.
We got one more, I think. Yep, I like this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
The other one's more
Is that a big
colorful.
hole? What's that darkness? there?
I'm gonna say it's either a hole or a stump.
Ah,
And I'm going with stump because there's a leaf kind of towards the top that looks like it's angled towards us. And it would
yeah,
be
that's why I
weird
was
if it was stuck
confused.
to
I
the
was like,
wall of a hole.
yeah. And who would just take a picture of a big hole? I mean, the rest of the picture's really pretty, but it's like maybe you would. I don't know. It looks scary.
It does. It's appropriate for this time of year. It's like, hey, come into my shed. We're gonna watch some TV. You want to come over and watch some TV in my shed? And there's a big hole next to it, and you can't
Yeah.
see the bottom of the hole. There's no door or windows
Scary.
on the shed, and it's
You're
out
like,
in the woods.
what's scary, or something that might crawl out of it, or something
That might go in it.
somebody might throw you in there? I don't know.
I'd go within it. I'm okay with whatever comes out.
Well, I was thinking of
Demons
The
or
Ring.
something. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
came out as well. Creepy.
Oh, that's it.
Back to space. That's what's in the hole.
That was the hole. How appropriate.
Yeah. We did it. It was a full circle. We've never had a full circle before.
Yep.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah. Well, I had a good time.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone that joined us.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for participating.
Yeah. We love you as always, Craig.
Yep.
Always-
You did it. You did it again.
Always offering us good comedic relief.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, we'll see everyone next week.
Enjoy your weekend. Yep.
And yeah, have a good weekend.
Bye.